Hello, my name is Jared and this is Does This Work, a comedy podcast. I sit down and talk to comedians at every level, and even though I'm not a professional comedian, I just like to talk about comedy. I enjoy it. Leave me alone. Back off. Today's comedian that I've got with me is a Perth born and raised comedian he's performed sold-out shows all over the country. He's even been making a name for himself in the US, right? Opening for people like Theo Von, Steve-O, Jim Jeffries. No, none of those guys?
No, I met Jim Jeffries at a meet and greet. That's about same with Carrot Top. I met Carrot Top at a meet and greet.
Fucking ChatGPT does me again.
Oh, really? Jeez. I always get confused. Sean Conway is a Welsh triathlon runner, like a big, tall, skinny dude with a long ginger beard. Right. And my Twitter always gets tagged with him. Like it's just like Sean Conway wins another English Channel swim, and it's like cool.
I think I did that, and then I saw that come up, and I was like, Perth.
Fuck, he has dropped off.
Sean Conway, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here, man.
No worries.
Appreciate it. Yeah. So the first question I ask, which is the basic first question I ask everyone, is why comedy?
Fuck. I don't know either anymore. Like it is. I was thinking about. We were talking about this at a show recently. It was like when I started. It was all like I used to read a lot of, Hemingway and Goosebumps, all sorts of, novels. And now all the books I own are all
Goosebumps.
Now it's all just self-help books, and it's like I got to fucking back off a bit. So, but I got into comedy because we were talking about a bit about filmmaking and stuff. Yeah. And I randomly met this dude at New Year's, and he offered me a job on his feature film, Sororal, which did not see the light of day, I don't think. It was like, it was like a Italian horror style where they used a lot of Technicolors. Yeah. And it was an experience. And I went from gaff assistant to head gaffer in the space of one day of shooting. Yeah. And it was like, dude, if I was going to lift heavy shit for no money, I would have just stayed at my current job,
Well, it is amazing how fast you can progress through the filmmaking industry.
Especially all of a sudden independent films.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, by the weekend, you're
you're the director.
Or at least the second AD.
Yeah. And then they all had their little cliques and stuff, and it was me and the dude that ran the catering. Dude, Ronan, you've met.
Yes, yeah.
And he's head of WA Comedy Week, so go check out those shows. And I don't know, we were just talking and shit. And then he said he ran open mic rooms, and I was like, oh, that was always my dream, is to jump up and do comedy. And then he was like, do it. I'll book you this week. And I'm like, no. Yeah. Because I had the worst public speaking fears, and for a year he pestered me, and I was thinking, overthinking it. Really, really, for an open mic, overthinking it.
For how long, sorry?
A year. Because I had the worst public, and the first time I did it, I did it to them, read the jokes and nearly passed out. I was terrified. And then the night of the gig, I had 5 or 6 jugs, and the adrenaline was that intense that I wasn't drunk. I was still stone cold sober. Went up there, did fine, caught the bug. I was like, man, I could do that forever. And then got off stage, and then 6 jugs of beer hit me.
Immediately. That's great.
Right,
it's funny because he must have seen something then, you know what I mean? Something there was something about your personality.
Open mic, it's just there's no science behind it. It's let's see how this fish swims.
Get
throw
up
him in
and
the
say
deep.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So it went well, the first one.
Well, it was
well enough to keep you going.
Well, it was 10. Well, yeah, it was just. I did it, so it was there was no more monkey off the back. The monkey was off the back, and then it was 10 people. I remember. I don't know if you've ever met. I still remember. It was Thomas Ford, who's a name around Perth. He does more musical absurdist sort of stuff. And I remember he brought me up to this next guy is fresh meat, so you guys are and I was just fuck, you are throwing to me the wolves, mate. And they were I thought they were going to come at me, and they were respectful. And there was a lot of, it was the Hyde Park Hotel. It was called Raw Hyde.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did a bunch of gigs with people I'm still friends with today.
Yeah, cool.
So it was
it's like
good.
that first day thing at any job. You know how you can be like, you ride that it's my first day or it's my first week wave. I mean, like, I haven't been doing this long, so and then people give you that grace. I try not to do that much, but like, a couple of times I was like, I'm brand new, guys, leave me alone.
Yeah, well, this is more. It was like working at a mum and pop's cafe. That's what Perth comedy was like. It was like a handful of comedians, and then like now it's like going to McDonald's. It's like there's just so many staff. There's so many McDonald's open. Like it's
cool.
So, but it's gone good.
So what about like, so what were you like in high school? Was it like a class clown thing to get into?
Bullied
comedy?
all the time. What, dude? I got bullied all the time. That's why I got into comedy. It's just like, I can. What?
I was gonna say, have you run into people from school since starting comedy?
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, and they put some respect on your name now when they talk about you.
Yeah, they do until we get to like the red velvet rope, and it's like you can't go past this, fellas. This is just for comedians. And it's like,
well, they talk about it's cool, bro. But remember the time I used to dunk your head in the toilet?
I mean, they helped write most of the material, so I can't be too mad at them, Like I wrote shit sticks, which is a bit like I've been doing for the whole time, and like I still do it, and it still hits because it's true, But yeah. Any other more in-depth bringing up old shit?
I got old shit, man, yeah. So what about
I'm just going to start trauma dumping on if people are watching this to learn comedy. It's just like...
Name and shame as well. So who are the comedians that when you started out, how long have you been doing it for now?
13 years, I think.
So 13 years ago?
I had a gap with COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
That started in 2018 and ended... Yeah. So I was on COVID before COVID was a thing. I had a break,
COVID was almost the reason I started, I think, was the reason I got into comedy. Yeah.
Someone's got to talk about this.
Is anyone talking about this virus?
Someone's got to talk about what's going on in the world, and I'm just the guy to do it.
Me, this full-time JB Hi-Fi employee.
Yeah, just you with your teapot hips. What is the deal with this Chinese COVID?
Who's having sex with these bats? So your writing style, do you remember what your first run of jokes were? Was it just conversational?
Dude, it was my raw. I think I sent it to you. That was pretty much the be-all, end-all of that set. Like,
I was going to put it up on the TV. I was going to try it. Let's pretend we're watching it.
Well, I tell you what, this is not like it's inappropriate now, but like 13 years ago, you could do it. I was the only person to say the F word on televised raw heat.
Yeah.
And the joke was, it was like, and this is why they liked me, because I was like left leaning and like political, but also like a bogan sort of edge. And it was, this is how old it was before gay marriage.
Yeah.
So it was like, gay people have been told they can't get married by like the gayest politicians in Australian history. You got like Julia Gillard, who put a leather jacket on her. She looks like a member of Sons of Anarchy. You got Tony Abbott, who's that camp that Bob Brown's down the back screaming out. And that ended. I had gay comedians going, that was pretty good. And I was like, fuck, hey.
Just like clicking at you and stuff.
Never got me cancelled, so that's I missed that wave, so that was good.
And then what about your writing style between then and now? So now how do you find your inspiration? So I know it's a stupid question, but like, I feel like you're either... something comes to you and you write it down as a comedian, or you just try to get your brain to a point where you're constantly trying to like be aware of observations.
Well, I mean, the best writing tip, there was one, and I know it's like everyone's like, man, listen to Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan always talks about this book, the War on Art, and it's like almost like little daily quotes that go through the struggles of being an artist, like wanky shit. But one of the things he said, do you write when you're inspired, or are you inspired when you write? And it's like, I write when I'm inspired, and I'm inspired at 9 a.m. every morning, which means like as soon as I sit down at the typewriter, Yeah. And I find that like, I'll get like, I want to talk about COVID. So I sit down, and then it's like, that triggers that triggers that triggers that. And then it's just like a big info dump. Yeah. And then, the shit that you started with about COVID turns into like a whole thing about bats. Like you just, You just let the brain take you on the journey.
And then do you? Because
fuck, that's such a wankery
No,
answer.
no.
Just take it on the journey, man.
It is like you're gonna have to follow the thought process out and see where it goes.
It only gets done when you do it.
Yeah,
essentially, that's the be all.
Well,
editing. That's what it is. That long story. Just do the work and it happens. You know?
So you were very much more of the comedian who's like, I'm going to get on stage and see what happens, and then I'll jot down the gold. So because I remember I read like so many books and watched podcasts, Joe Rogan, Mark Normand, to learn about like structuring jokes, the punchlines, and like the different kinds of setups and punchlines. And then it got to a point where I was like, I was writing out all my life stories, and I was like trying to apply these filters to my stories. Is that something like what you do, or do you just take the story? Like, do you finish on something? Like, how do you get to your punchline if you're telling an observational story about stuff that you want, like COVID? You want to talk about COVID? How do you get to your punchline?
Oh, it's just trial and error.
Yeah.
Like it is like. Sometimes the smartest joke that you think of is the worst joke you've ever written, and that's what sucks. And Patrice O'Neill used to always say, like, good jokes and bad jokes all come from the same place, Yeah. And so, like, all the gold stuff that I do in the clubs now, I've been doing it for years, is just shit that's was like that. That bit worked. That bit didn't, rewrite, and then it's just all chopped up, and then it becomes a boom, 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 boom,
And it's cool. I guess it's cool in the industry as well, especially in Perth, because it's such a close knit. Everyone's seeing each other. You can see the progression of people's jokes, and you can see them getting better and tighter, and then you see them fully fledged, and you're like, I watched that whole process. It's cool to see in real time. I think. The one question I had.
Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to say the one question I had, like when I left full time work. Actually, when I started acting, my whole thing was like, how do I walk out of like my full time job and go be an actor?
I don't know, bro. I still work full time. I've got fucking no idea.
I had no idea. Well, I'm not doing it full time at the moment, but I had no idea. And then I was like, it was just bit by bit. I did like a course, and I got signed by an agent. I started getting auditions.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing for comedy. I was like,
so on the opposite, I did comedy first, and then got an acting agent, and. Did I ever tell you this story?
Tell it anyway.
I moved to. So I won Raw, and then Ronan had a gig at Rottnest, and he had the president of the Dockers there, and at the time they had like a Virgin competition for Virgin Airlines, and they were looking for an actor for this Dockers video. Did the Dockers video, made 100,000 views or something, and then I used that to get an agent in Sydney. Got an agent in Sydney, and I got a job as like a delivery man.
Yeah, and
I got. I think the second one was like a delivery man. And then I got a short film that was, when people were like, oh, I want to enter this into Tropfest. And it's just like, they were, oh, we want to enter this into Cannes. And I was like, all right, whatever, mate. But I'll take the money, you know. And then it got there, and it was like Jayla Guy, like all these, if it's not Crim Safe, it's not Crim Safe. And then the biggest offer I got, was like $5,000 for this acting job, and like she called me up and saying, "Sean, man, you've done absolutely amazing. You've come in, you've booked 3 jobs from like 3 attempts. Like you're one of our best actors on the books, dude. Blowing so much smoke up my ass, like I'm the next Heath Ledger." And she sent me the script, whatever. It's not the script, but it's like that info page about the character they want you to audition. Dude, it was fat. Bad skin. And like she's pumped me up like I'm the next Heath Ledger, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, bitch, I am the fucking next bit. And it was just like, you are the right kind of fat. And it was for it was a fat commercial. It was for like New South Wales obesity or some shit, and it was horrible. My whole thing was it was a doctor that said all that toxic fat around your stomach can lead to dangerous cancers and stuff, and I meant to look at my missus like and that was the whole thing. And it was like 3 days of like pure fat. Like I've been cool with my weight
when
ever
you got
since.
the job?
Oh yeah, I got the job. It was like 3 days of fat shaming, and it was like I haven't been that insecure about my weight since high school. Like it was brutal. And this is like another part of that story, but at the time, do you know Trauma?
No.
Toxic Avenger?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's Trauma. And at the time, Trauma was doing a Kickstarter for their horror movie, Return to Newcomb High.
Right.
And one of the tiers was if you donate like $3,000, Lloyd Kaufman will direct a short film that you wrote. And so I did that, and I used that money to pay for that, and got a big bundle of stuff. It never eventuated. Like, he never directed the film. And I talked to another comedian who worked at Troma, and he was like, yeah, that was never on the cards. So, yeah, I got fat shamed and blew all my money. So that's the artist lifestyle.
It is confronting when your agents and stuff tell you they want you for something, like, and it's like, oh, they want you for like a middle-aged dad who's like miserable with his life, and like, oh, and we thought you'd be perfect. Oh, great.
Yeah. I imagine how. Oh, well, we know one dude that has like a fucked up commercial out there, but imagine being like the voice or the image of like a suicidal helpline. That'd be like, man, we saw you. You okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm just an actor. Like, get off my back. I'm good.
Yeah. I know, and people do, because I did a couple of like real just dad ones. It was like
domestic violence ones. No, that would be brutal. Like, can you use that for your Hinge profiles? That's brutal.
Yeah,
I'm actually an artist. It's just you in a domestic violence commercial.
All black and white with like bloody, bloody
that's
knuckles.
Horrible. Just your knuckles. Jesus.
No, I did.
You guys learning anything about comedy?
No, I did a bunch where I played like the straight dad. I was in the RAC ads, and I was just. They always wanted someone, you know, there's like, and all ads are the same. And we don't even watch ads anymore because no one watches free-to-air TV anymore.
Yeah.
But like all the ads is always like a dad comes out and he looks at his lawn and he's like just satisfied, you know. And he looks at the neighbor's lawn and he's like, huh, my lawn's better. And it's just this like chuffed look. And I did that all right enough to get like a bunch of commercials. It was all commercials. Just commercials.
Yeah, commercials suck.
Yeah, but you get those residuals. Did you get any residuals? Like
that fat one went 3 years.
Big fat check.
Yeah, big fat. Yeah,
just like my first girlfriend.
Yeah, but they took so much money. They took like 20-30%.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah. Did you have a comedy agent?
No.
Don't need one.
Yeah.
Now,
I need one.
How did you get all the gigs in the US? This is not any of my questions, but.
No, well, the US is all festivals. So you so you did the Comedy Lounge.
Yeah.
Comedy Lounge is awesome because they got like immaculate filming thing. You know, and you do the set the best that you've ever done it. You know, like it's you're doing boom boom, you know, and the crowd's erupting, and you send that through, and it's like,
oh, cool. So you can just sign up.
Yeah, you just sign. Well, you pay, so it's.
Like submit, you do a submission.
Yeah, so I'm hopefully doing. I think I'll find out next month. So I applied for Big Diamond Comedy Festival in Arkansas this year, Cleveland Comedy Festival, and then there's one more. I can't think, but it's in Chattanooga in Tennessee.
Oh, cool.
And it's about $25 US. You send your video and your resume, and then they have people watch it. And if they like it, they'll let you know. If they don't like it, you don't get in.
You don't get told. It's like acting as well.
You don't.
You audition for something. If you don't hear back, and then you see another fat guy on the TV, and you're like,
that was meant to be me. That's who you went with. Fuck. And then you feel good because like, at least I'm not as fat as that guy.
Well, I've auditioned for things and I haven't got it, and then I've seen that the guys that they have got, and I'm like, well, why am I on the same level as this? Because like I auditioned for a TV series, and I was like playing a bartender or something.
I got a good TV show on for you.
And I was like, and I played it pretty cool. Like I had the audition with a tea towel, and I was cleaning a glass. And then I came in for a second audition. I met with the directors, and they were like, "It's great, we love it." And then, got good feedback, but didn't get the part. And then I saw who got the part, and there was just this like 55-year-old huge dude in wife beater. And I was like, are we on this same, like, how far away was I? Is what I want to know from your vision.
Well, I got two like that. It was a show called Top of the Lake, and it had the chick from Handmaid's Tale, you know, the Elizabeth something.
Elizabeth Moss?
Moss, is that right?
I think so.
Elizabeth Moss. She was like a detective in it. And this was season 2. And it was like a rape murder. And it was like about these nerds and stuff. And so they did the call out to the most... Let's just get all the most unfuckable people in fucking Sydney to come audition for this. And I've read the script. I've like you know, in my head, I'm like, man, this is such a big opportunity. Because this is the fourth thing I've ever auditioned for. Man, this is such a big opportunity for. And I learnt the line, something fierce. And then the dude that was like because they got a bunch of us to do the audition together. And the dude I did it with, I think he was like on some sort of the spectrum. He looked like the Mad comic. You know, the dude from the Mad comics? Like that.
Yes, yeah.
He had that head, like a big natural red nose, and he was like on the spectrum. And dude,
I'll put an image up right now.
Oh, yeah. And dude, he would audition, and I don't know where he learned this acting technique, but it was like, so I'm talking to you, right? And then you respond with, and then I went to the shop. And like that's how he was like remembering his lines. It was like, and I was like,
good rhythm.
And then I've laughed at him because that's what the scene said. And dude, this dude looked at me like through my soul, like he was gonna murder me. And I was like, dude, it's in the script. And I was shit scared.
He's like, I can tell you're not that good an actor.
Yeah, and like it was like The Exorcist. He just like gave me that like I was like, fucking hell. And they kicked him out. And then I think I got a call back and. Which is always, I guess, when you've never done any acting, it's like, oh, I guess that's a nice pat on the back.
Yeah.
But it was Heath Franklin. You know Heath Franklin, Chopper?
So. Yeah.
And then it was like Michael Hing and like, it was probably a bunch of people that didn't have to audition. Yeah. That's probably who got it. They just wanted like a plan B.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've since changed agents. So I'm doing less like auditions, but the audition I am getting now, I haven't landed at one.
Yeah.
But like they're fantastic. Like there was a new Liam Neeson film that came out that I was like,
Naked Gun?
No, a different one, like an action one where I'd play like I was auditioning to play like the lead villain opposite him.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, imagine getting killed by Liam Neeson in a film. That would be like, I'd retire. I'd be done. That'd
would
be so
you?
Cool.
Dude, I wouldn't. Dude, fuck it. I'd be kind of embarrassed. You're going to get your ass kicked by an 80-year-old dude. Come here, young man. Oh, yeah. His shoulder pops out. Or it's just him, and then he throws a punch, and then it cuts to like a small Asian dude doing his pipe.
Are there any topics? Because I think we chatted about this the other day, if you remember back. But are there any topics that you try and steer clear of, or do you think nothing's off limits? And does it depend on which venue you're at?
There's a lot of topics that like open micers will do, and then there's like a lot of topic that edgy people will do, and it's like unless you have a hook on that you think's like really like it's an interesting take that you don't think anyone's touched, then yeah. But everything else, like Trump. It's hard pressed to find like a new interesting take on Trump. You know, COVID. It's a hard topic to find a new interesting. So just shit where it's like the more internal you go, like you're not going to fail. You know, because it's like
the more about your own.
Your own
life,
like no one's lived. You know, unless it's. So you went to school today. You know, people do that every day. Yeah. It's relatable. You know, but yeah, maybe I should start talking about Trump and trans people and also, immigration,
you'll get more followers, but you'll get more haters.
Well, it depends. It's a weird thing. It's like if you go too left, you got like all the TV opportunities. If you go too right, you get all like the YouTube. What's the Rumble or whatever the?
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
Truth, whatever it is. I don't know.
I pretty much steer clear of political stuff in my everyday conversation. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of talking about it. That's what this is not about. This is about talking comedy.
But yeah, I'd say like it's just weird, like especially the last few years. So there was like a lot of comedians that had interesting stories about their personal life and shit. And then with like the Trump stuff, they either like went either way. They went like all in either side of the argument, and it was just like, yeah, but that's not what I liked about you. I didn't like your fucking political takes and shit, I mean, Rob Schneider. Nah, he's all right.
Oh, man, Rob Schneider going out and calling Will Smith a twat, I think was like...
Yeah, but fuck, who didn't? It was... But no, he's pissed off a lot of people. I haven't seen it. He's still mad. He's got a couple of gags, but... he went like full right wing, and then there's other people that went full left wing, and it's just like, you're equally as annoying as each other.
I think it's one thing if you're going to make a joke about it, but I feel like the guys like that who get really emotional and angry about it, and it's like God.
Also, there's some words that I can't say because they're too close to other words, where it's like, because I think all this protest is all constructed by like, you know, big businessmen. I think it's like big flag business. Yeah. And I can't do that joke on stage because it's like one letter away and it's just half a mumble before it's just me doing a hate crime on stage.
Again, in the wrong club.
Yeah. But I think it's big flag because like we had Ukraine, you got Palestine, you got Black Lives Matter. It's all flags. Yeah. And it's big flag business, mate. It's big flag corporations behind everything.
Let your freak flag.
I mean, dude, if I opened up I was talking with my relatives in Melbourne about it. If I opened up a flag store in Melbourne, I would be richer than Bill Gates, I reckon. Yeah. They love it. Yeah. They love a flag.
My wife's putting hold music on for you while you're in the toilet. Hold music. Just like background jazz music while you're...
Wicked. Talk about comedy or you got a funky tap in there.
Oh, that's my wife's filter thing. Yeah, she loves it. But it's new.
It wouldn't fit on our kitchen one, so we've had to put it in there.
What's the point of it? Is it like a money saving?
It's to filter out the heavy metals.
We've been had it 3 weeks, and the filter's white, but it's already going brown. In a couple of weeks, it started going brown.
So do you just replace that filter, or do you replace the whole thing?
Yeah, just the filter.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was pretty cool.
How'd you go?
Oh man, it was. Wait, do you hear me or something?
No.
Just negative talking. Man, you got to do better in podcast, show, and you'll never make it.
Stupid.
Yeah. Oh fuck! I don't have a mic on, do I?
I love this. Can we just get a shot of this shirt, by the way?
Oh, dude, this was an impulse buy on Redbubble.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So this is a. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a technique because I've never finished a notebook. Like it's always like, oh, this one's pretty. I'll write all my award-winning material on this thing, and then
it's folded up in your pocket.
And then it was like, oh, I'll get every time I'm at the airport or at fucking walking the streets. Oh, this is But now, there's the black notebooks from the US. You know, the school they sell them at Officeworks. It's like a real. You always see them in movies. That's why I got them. But I start putting stickers on it because it's like all the stickers of all the cool shit that I like. Yeah. And this is one of the stickers.
Oh no, I think I saw it the other day. Yeah.
So I've bought like $200 worth of stickers and like done like the next 10 notebooks. It was just that to like, oh, this is a cool book to have. Like it's like cool stickers and shit like that. Yeah. Pizza, samurai pizza cats.
Oh man, I love samurai pizza cats. Samurai pizza cats, Street Sharks.
Yeah, that was on it.
Everything that was on Cheese
Toxic
TV.
Avenger.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Oh man, the 80s Ninja Turtles or 90s, whatever. 80s through 90s was amazing.
Bakamas from Mars.
Yeah.
And then the rest is all comics.
Yeah, and there was like Techno something.
Oh, Ratfink. Ratfink was it.
And then there was like, I was talking to someone the other day. I was in acting class teaching some students, they're young, 18 to 21, and they hadn't heard of Banana Man. Do you remember Banana Man? But no, they wouldn't.
But Christopher Nolan, like, if you were born when Batman The Dark Knight came out, you're a year away from voting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, so what blows my mind is that there are some kids that
you're worried about Banana Man from 1989.
There are some kids.
What do you mean you don't remember watching I Love Lucy?
What you remember watching Eric eats a banana and turns as a child and then turns into a banana?
Lucy, you got some explaining to do. You don't remember that? The Honeymooners?
Guys always throwing him to beat his wife. Of course I remember.
No, that was the Honeymooners.
Yeah. He had bloody
Straight
knuckles.
To the moon. Straight to the moon. Yeah.
All right. So tell me about any stories about some like wild gigs that you've had. Like hecklers or anything like craziest shit that's happened at a gig.
Plenty of crazy shit that's ever happened. Nothing worth remembering.
Nothing wild.
Gigs. Oh, there was one. It's the Steve-O one that you mentioned. Was so I had a whole joke about how I had a broken penis. Like there's a backstory of that. So and then it was like I told that when I opened for Steve-O. And like when I opened for Steve, I was a year into comedy. They were like, "Do 20 minutes," and I was like, "Okay, I don't have 20 minutes, but let's go." And then I'm telling that story, and some dude down the back screamed out, "Show us!" Yeah. And then I don't know if you've heard me do this. I pretty much do the whole bit verbatim, right? And some dude down the back screamed out, "Show us!" And like I'm all like, I'm opening for Steve, like I'm the real deal.
Yeah.
And I go, I tell you what, man, if you were a woman, I'd be flopping it out right now for you. And then the joke is like a huge mistake. And this is actual true of what happened. Like because it was at the Astor Theatre, 1,000 people, and 500 of the women was like, show us your crazy, and they're screaming at me like, because it's a Steve-O show. Like, yes, get your dick out. Like,
and did you feel almost like the need to do it nearly? Like,
fuck it,
should
I
do
was
it?
close. I was close. It was like, fuck.
Looking around for
if
approval.
I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it at a fucking... You know, I wasn't opening for like Nate Bargatze. Like, why is this non-Christian pulling his dick out?
Give us a thumbs up.
Who wants to see my dick at the Nate Bargatze? No, but it's Steve-O. It's like Steve-O or like a show at the Voodoo Lounge. Like, they're the only times it's okay to get your dick out at a comedy show, I think.
Steve-O, man, that would have been crazy. Does he have that? How long ago was that? And did he have that voice that he's got now?
He was super strict. I don't think he's as strict now, but at the time he was super strict about alcohol being in the green room and no cigarette smoke, no nothing, like just all clean.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he didn't like me, because I smelled of booze and cigarettes. So it was like he's all the vices together. But he was good, man. Like so what I learned was so all the, you know, there's a bunch of copycats that do all the Jackass stuff, right? And he opened up his own Steve-O fan, and this is what, 2012, 2013. He opened up his own Facebook fan group, and like all these other kids were like posting their videos of their Jackass videos, not knowing that Steve-O was the actual dude who was like the admin for the page. And then ended up being maybe like 100 people in this group, and they were all sharing their videos. And it was awesome because I watched him backstage, and he had like, there must have been a Perth kid at the gig watching him who was in this Facebook group, because he was in his green room and he was showing him how to edit. This is where you should cut it. And he was like, and I was like, fuck, man. Like, if you like, whether you like his comedy or not, like how he interacts with fans, like that was like top tier. Yeah. Top tier, one of the top tier performers I've seen interacting with fans. That's like showing a kid how to edit his Jackass videos. Yeah. No, man, it's probably bad. It's like, it was good. Like, it was just awesome to see. It's like, yeah, man, like if I ever blew up, like that's the kind of humble
you
sort
want to stay
of,
humble. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool when you know that people in those positions are down to earth, humble, and they're willing to give you time.
Even just giving back. Yeah. You know, like.
And he, like, cause that, man, he's got that. He sounds like he's gargling gravel. Like he's.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've seen the latest videos. I think, I don't know. Is that I'm not, maybe. Just don't want to lose all this gold that I'm talking.
It's this part here.
Oh, no, it should be good.
Okay. And then there was Theo Von as well.
Yeah, Theo Von was good. I got Theo Von, talking about the acting agent. He, another good comedian, Ari Manis, was the one that suggested me for that, who's his opener. If you ever look up Ari Manis, he's an absolute killer from LA. He came out he came out to Perth one year, and then we've been mates ever since. Like, he's really big at the Comedy Store and stuff like that.
Because Theo Von's has always been he was a mystery to me when I started comedy, because I'm like, is this guy intentionally being funny, or is he? Cause when he says things and people laugh opposite him, he kind of gives them this look like, what are you laughing at? You know, he's just like, you know, he's on Rogan, he says shit like, I'll watch your whole family dinner, boy. You know, like, he's got that weird, intense way.
Yeah, I think it's like a regional thing. Because, like, you see it with a bunch of, like, southern TikTokers as well. There's, like, a dude who, and he's one of my, like, Theo, I really like Theo, but is gone, like, to TikTok skit sort of comedians. The dude that, he acts like his grandpa, and like all the crazy shit he says before he's about to get into a fight. Right. And he was like, I'll hit you that hard, you don't know if you're spitting or shitting. And just shit like that. I don't know. Yeah. This shit sucks. What's the next question?
It doesn't suck. It's great.
I'm fucking bombing this. I shouldn't have taken a piss. I should have used all that wee energy.
So, I mean, like, obviously, this is intended for people who want to get into the industry. And want to know, like, that's why I was asking you questions about writing and stuff and how to get into the industry. And obviously people like me who just like watching comedians talk shit. But what would your advice be to comedians who are existing comedians who want to tip and take their comedy to the next level. Or
don't
another
burn
way,
any of your bridges.
Don't.
Don't.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So then, what separates a good comedian from a great comedian in that sense? Someone who can go to the next level and be opening for Theo and those guys.
It's just consistency, man. It's just everything works out. You know what I mean? Like if you put in the work, good shit happens. When you stop putting in the work, shit doesn't happen. It's like marathon running. Like this is not a. And if you hear all the horror stories about comedy, it's new people getting big opportunities too soon. But it's like all the best comedians are all people that are, struggled and chipped away, and it's just So it's just. Well, it's weird. It's a failure business. So it's like. Your open mic stuff, it sucks from the get-go. So you can't let that shake it, It's not the pursuit of writing good material. It's the pursuit of fixing the ideas to be accessible, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's... so that's why a lot of jokes and then a factor, because people are looking for the laugh, but the figuring of the puzzle is that's the goal of comedy. Yeah. So and then if you get really good at that and you keep being consistent at figuring out the puzzle, then the external stuff all happens naturally.
And then do you read into or buy into the whole stage persona thing? Because I feel like you don't your stage persona is pretty much yourself. Like, or is it just an exaggerated version of yourself?
Oh, it's a confident version of myself. Like it has to be. But no, man, it's whatever gets the job done. Like if to put it into like a football thing, like you played AFL, didn't you? Or the AFL we have a thing like it's called white line fever. Like so you're the nicest dude backstage and stuff like that. But as soon as your foot hits the stage, it's like white line. So like in AFL it's people that are the nicest people off the field, and once their foot crosses the white line, they're happy to kill you. Like they just run through you. And that's kind of what comedy is. Yeah. So it's like but the persona stuff I don't know how I don't do it. I don't know if it's I can't gel with it. I've tried it. I've done dumb characters. I did a whole thing of like a suicidal caterpillar for like too long. And but yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's with advice for it, it's just whatever makes you happy, whatever helps you get the message across of why your dick doesn't work or why farts are funny or what what I mean. It's just whatever
to level up. That's good. What was I gonna say?
But like it's also the persona and stuff comes from knowing the material, so it's like rehearsing, editing and stuff. The more that you know the material, the more it's the same with acting. So like. It's hard to act as like Abraham Lincoln if you don't know the script, But once you know the script, it's easy to act like Abraham Lincoln because you put the work in. Yeah,
and so you've performed at a lot of places around the country, let alone as well as the world. But being in Perth, like compared to everywhere else, do you feel like it's a pretty general? Because I know my answer to this, but do you feel like it's a pretty open door policy and people are welcoming, or do you feel like there's gatekeeping? Like or any of that going on? Do you feel like it's generally pretty welcoming?
Oh, I think it's pretty welcoming. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, the only real gatekeeping is probably the Comedy Lounge and Oasis, but they're more gatekeeping. And then maybe Comedy Shack, but I think they're more. But that's not really gatekeeping. That's like you're not professional enough to perform here.
Well, I messaged Brendan because I had done a couple of Fremantle comedy. I'm messaging people way too early in my career, by the way, to be like,
no, fuck no.
But I was like, I messaged him. I was like, how does one get just out of curiosity? I'm not asking for one, but how does one get a spot?
Go on.
And he goes, get good. 2 words, get good. Yeah. And that was it. And then I managed to get one a while later, but I was like, am I right now?
Yeah. No, I remember sending those messages where it's like you don't want to overstep, but it's like you know what I want, brother.
It's
like,
people pleasing messaging. It's like I don't want anything. I'm just curious. I'm sorry to bother you.
Well, get to the point is also the big one. Like I don't know you, so I don't want to fucking read, your whole,
Yeah.
you know, oh, if you could please, sir,
Yeah,
you know, your Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
Please, I want
life story. Yeah.
Just like, if there's any available gigs, I would love to be considered for opportunities.
Yeah, I think I messaged anytime I do an open mic, I message someone, if not that night, probably the next morning.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Loved it, appreciate it. Free for any more. Short and sweet. And then normally, like, there's people like Brendan who get back to you a second and book you in for another one.
Yeah. No, they're all. It's all good, man. But yeah, there's no real gatekeeper. It's just, you know, but it's all consistency. Like, it's all put the work in, the rewards come.
No, I've never felt any gatekeeping either. I was just wondering what you thought about it as well. Because, like, I think I messaged a couple of people to begin with, not knowing who was who. And then one of the guys who runs the club was like, gave me just like a ton of information, just like scrolling for ages about what to do, what not to do. No one cares about this. Don't talk about this. And
material or just like...
No, just like stuff about...
the scene.
Yeah, about the scene, about like, you know, I've done acting and stuff, and like no one cares. Don't talk about it, that sort of stuff. And it was really helpful. And then, you know, it was weird because then like a year later, and I'm like, actually, you were one of the first. Actually, you were the first person
to tell you to quit.
To tell me to quit. He was like, "You don't have it.
This is not for anyone healthy, bro. You're too mentally stable to be doing this."
No, when I went to check out a comedy club for the first time, I took a mate and I was like, I'm going to get into it eventually. I want to see what it's all about. You might have been the first one. I think you were emceeing, so you were the first one on stage. And I might have been the old experimental. Behind the fridge door.
Oh, yeah, convenience. Yeah.
Back when, I think, because Pony might have introduced us, I think, back then. Or at least we knew her, mutual friend. But yeah, you were one of the first ones I saw. And then there was like, you were great, but then there's some...
Dude, you don't say that. No. Like, you were great, but...
but I
did a whole thing about trans and Trump, and it was like... Ooh.
No, but there was like... Because I wasn't familiar with the open mic structure, so I was like, some people are great, and some people are not great. And I kept telling my mate, going, I could do this, right?
Yeah.
And then it was still like
that's how comedy begins. Yeah, like, it's just watching one dude that's beneath you, like, well, I'm better than that dude. Yeah. And that's all it is. It's like...
I mean, I still didn't get on until like another 6 months.
Oh, fuck. I remember we did the gig the other week and I was pissed off at you because you got an applause break at that fucking footy club gig. And I was like, fucking hack.
Was it a hack joke as well?
No. I was just twisted and bitter.
Well, after Adam Bloom, I've gotten rid of all the things that might be considered hack to any other, to me or anyone else. I just deleted them. I've been replacing them with other things.
I'll tell you what. The worst one is Squirrely. Squirrely does James Hackman.
Hackman, yeah.
And
he
did one of the lines. And it's a hack line. Yeah. And I only do it when the previous joke doesn't hit. And then I watched him do it and I was like, fuck you. And then it was like, I told him, man, you can't do that because that's it. And he's like, man, so many people have told me, like, you can't do that line. That's the line that I do. That's the line I do. So... yeah.
You can't do that hack joke. I'm doing it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, after because Adam Bloom, I did this joke and the punchline was like, thanks for that, mum. Yeah. You know? And he was like, that's dog shit. You can't do that. And I was like, wow. I really appreciated it because it was good feedback. And then he, like, when we sat down and chatted a few weeks ago, he signed my book. And he was my first guest on my podcast. He was like, "Hey, glad you popped your cherry, and that was your mum." You know?
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah. So I got rid of all that, and I've been replacing them with other things that work just as well, and they're getting bigger laughs now because of it. But
it's also, especially now, like with the internet and podcasts and stuff, more people have become more comedic literate, which sounds you know, they're watching bigger, better comedians. It's not like the shit that we've all been used to.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like a lot of people. So when you like do stuff like that, it's like, ooh, you know, in comparison to like a Louis C.K. or like, you know, and it's
because
like,
they've heard it in different formats before, in different structures.
Well, it just doesn't meet the smell test.
Yeah.
Is that the right time?
Yeah, I don't know.
The smell test, the stink test? Well, I don't know.
Stink test, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I think like they just deserve better than that. You know what I mean?
They don't. But
no, I mean, if they've sat through a setup and they get to a punchline and they go, "Oh yeah, I see what you did there."
Well, yeah, if it's disingenuous, like and honest, and that's like the juggling fact, where it's where do the jokes begin and the trauma dumping.
Yeah,
you know, it's you know, it's just the puzzle, like figuring out the puzzle, figuring out the order, you know, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, which I love. Well, what's next for Sean Conway?
Well, I'm off to the States and then go home and clean my room and have some dinner and then try to plan for the future. Trying to... Everything's a big next year. Like everything's... So I'll be out of debt this year and then hopefully stable mind to have a massive crack next year.
Yeah, cool.
But I said that last year, the year before, and the year before that. But, you know...
So off to the States next year?
No, September.
Oh,
Grand
cool.
final day. That's why I've put $100 on the Dockers to win the
Yeah.
flag because I'll be on my way to Singapore.
Yeah.
And if I know God the way that I think I know God, he's going to make the Dockers win while I'm 8 hours in the air going to fucking Singapore. So, but I'll wake up and I'll have a premiership and some money for my troubles.
Yeah.
But
also, I don't know what's happening with that. Sorry.
it's haunted.
Do you want to play the guitar?
No.
No, alright, that's cool.
Is that a thing or?
No, it's not a thing. It could be a thing. It couldn't be a thing.
Do you sing?
Yeah,
Do
I
you
sing.
riff?
I sing and I play. No, I haven't done any comedy music yet.
Can you riff? Like, can
ish.
you rap?
No, sort of. Not really.
You can?
No, not rap. I can put a tune together and make fun of someone, but no, I can't. No, it could be a thing. It's sitting right there.
Could be a thing, but it's maybe the next
The
guest.
next
Who
one.
is the next guest?
The next
no,
one-
but sorry, the one thing I wanted to tell you
Yeah.
before I go about the going back to the open mic stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a real trickle down economy where it's like you come and do that one gig at convenience, and then you're gonna bump into another dude that runs a room, and it's like, oh well, fuck, come do my room.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go to that gig and you're gonna meet another dude that's like, oh, come do my, and then it's like,
Yeah, that's how I found it.
yeah,
as well.
and then once you're in the tornado.
Yeah,
you
well,
know,
I feel like it was a full year before I think people started. I mean, I'm a bit of a, did people hate me? Did they not want me here?
Yeah,
That
dude,
kind
that's what I was thinking on the way up here. It's like,
yeah, you were thinking everyone hates Jared. Why am I going?
no, I was thinking everyone hates me. I don't even really know who you are. I was like, who the fuck is this Jared cunt? Why does he want me on his podcast?
Why is Sean Conway? What is he? Is he a southern country music star? Sounds like a
Tim Conway. No, Conway Twitty.
Conway Twitty. I knew there was a correlation there. No, but that's where I found. I was going to say there was I feel like it was a full year before people seemed like excited. This is going to sound so wanky. Excited to see me, like, hi Jared, how's it going? I feel like for a while they were like, didn't give a not that they need to, but I feel like after a year I know people, I know I'm in with certain people, certain clubs, and I know I've got regular gigs going, and it's I know it's not going anywhere, like unless I take my foot off the gas and stop, but I don't think it'll do that.
Oh, it is, man. It's hard to see the bigger picture when you're in the same cycle, but it is there's no wasted stage time. So it's like, oh man, it sucks that I'm only doing this, and it's like, fuck, there's other people that can't get booked at those gigs. So it's like you take it as they come. Yeah. So stop being a miserable cunt, because then people will genuinely not like you.
I know. I'm trying to be positive. Yeah. Anyway, Sean Conway. Sean Conway comedy? Is that what you're on?
Nah, Total Conway.
Total Conway on
Conway.
All social media. I'm going to put a link up right here, there. Thanks for coming, brother. I appreciate it.
Brother.
Thank you. Catch you next time. Cool.